You know, 2026 is coming and most people are thinking of what they can do to make money. And I have a 6-step strategy to show you today. That will change exactly how you think about money and how you can make more. But you have to follow all the way through to the end to grasp every single concept that I have applied over the years doing business. I wanted to actually teach this in just my inner circle, but then I thought, hold on, there are more people that follow what we teach also on YouTube, and I want to give them this value too. Now, I'm not hiding anything. I am going to spill everything from A to Z for 2026. And this is not one of these marketing videos that you watch and they have a plan to sell you anything. I'm not selling jack. There's nothing I'm going to sell. You just have to watch this video, take a pen and paper and follow through all the framework from step 1 to step 6. And the last one is probably the most important thing you need. Now, money. Money, you have heard this before. Money follows value. Money is one of those things that if you don't have value, you don't make it. So the step 1 we have in the process is skill identification. You want to really ask yourself the question, what do I have that people will be willing to pay for? This is not mysticism. This is not esotericism. This is strictly business learning session for you. Skill identification. If you don't have any skill, you don't make any money. Even in a regular job, you need a skill to monetize. You need a skill that an employer will be willing to pay you for. How come? When it comes to the new age of making money, the new way of making money, you don't think about skill. The only thing that most people think about when they think about money is how to get a job, how to get paid from their job, and how they can turn that job into building wealth, which is, there are less than 1% of people on this planet that become super rich and super wealthy from a job. But these methods and this part of, this whole skill identification is more guaranteed than a job will give you, and then also you get from gambling. Skill identification. What skill do you have? First, ask yourself this question, and I want you to make a list at this point. Make a list of everything you're good at. Every single thing that people have told you that, hey, mate, you're very good at this. Write it down. Don't take this as a joke, because when I first started doing business, I didn't exactly understand that I was a good teacher until my friends started telling me that, Derek, anytime I wanted to go through this concept, when you teach me, I get it. I wrote that skill down and I said, wait, hold on. This is something I can monetize because it's something that I naturally am very good at. You've got to love it. You've got to like what you do. You have to be up every day doing that thing, even if you're not going to get paid. There should be something. So you make a list of every single thing that you're good at. That list will support you in picking up the value. So what is it? You list yours. And for me, mine is teaching. Very easy, it comes to me. And then the next thing is media. So I love media. I may not be very good at media, but I like the cameras. I like setting it up and I like doing it for people as well as myself. So I've had several people who have come to my studios and they just sit down and I just record videos of them and send it back to them. I don't charge them a dime because I just love it. Now today, we have the biggest podcast in Ghana and many parts of Africa in several categories. We are the biggest purely because of the love of media. We've applied the same thing to what I do. Now, this is why identifying what you like, it's very important and it's paramount to you becoming successful. So if you don't know at this point and you haven't listed it at this point, then you're not serious. You don't really want to make money. You really don't. So the next step, which is step 2 of your trying to make money in 2026, would be the knowledge acquisition. Now, I have identified that I'm pretty good at teaching, right? But the real question is, teaching what? You need to break it down into a sub-niche and then acquire knowledge in that field, in that interest base. This is going to be what people are going to end up paying you for. So, I love teaching people about business and mindset. So, what do I do next? My next level is to be able to build myself up in the knowledge bank of these two. So, I start reading books from Brian Tracy, Bob Proctor, Alan Watts, Napoleon Hills. I start reading all these books to educate myself on these industries. Watching people in the new age, how they do it. You have to build your bank of knowledge. If you don't do that, you will be found wanting because the people you are going to end up serving at a later date would not benefit from you because you don't know anything. You don't have anything to offer. Now, when you have gone through your step 2, the next level you need to think of is audience building. Well, how do you build audience? You build audience based on the value that you have. We've already identified the value and we built a lot of knowledge around it. So now we're going to keep it very simple. We are just going to share what we know to the people and offer them enough value, so much so that they'll be waiting for you to give an offer. Watch this. Audience building. Building based on what you know and what you learn. What system do you use to build audience? So very simple and very easy. At this point in step 3, you want to have all your social media channels open. Open all your social media channels. And I'm talking TikTok, X, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, right here where you're watching it. And start sharing what you have learned from your knowledge acquisition bank. Start sharing it on social media. So let's try this. Try this right here. Hello guys, I just want to take you on a journey of self-improvement. I have just discovered my love for business, my love for improving myself every day. And I just read my first book, Think and Grow Rich, a popular book. So I want to share it with you. This is what I learned in the book where it spoke about X, right? You share that on your socials and then you carry on. The next time you come, share more things, but you have to. This is the level where the other strategies where I teach in my community come in, the MVCO. I've taught about this on this channel before, and I've also taught my inner circle about this. This is where all these strategies come in at this point. But really, all you need to do is to remain consistent with the sharing on all platforms. You can also, obviously, I left this out, which is LinkedIn. You have to have a LinkedIn page where you create posts and engage with the audience, reply to their comments. Don't just be autopilot where you just post and then you leave it. Step 4 is very simply your social channels and the strategies that you are going to apply to be able to engage with your audience and let them grow with you while you also grow at the same time. What strategies are you going to apply? Now, every post is an ad. Every post is a funnel. But what is a funnel? Essentially, something that drives people into a sale. A page that converts into a sale will be a funnel, an ad. But really, this is organic. You have organic posts, organic either infographics or videos, reels, shorts that you post to engage people and to push them into either a community page or, to take a certain action. That would be the strategy that you apply. So if you have knowledge and then you create a post, for example, in your caption, you want to write something like type X or type join or type me for me to know that you are with me or you understand what I'm saying, to get people to engage. This causes other people in the social media channel to see that you are a person of influence in that field. So they start also engaging because they've seen other people commenting on it. So they would automatically also want to come and see why people are commenting. And that gets the algorithm moving. Now, every channel you have on social media is a way to drive people to your own platform. Now, let me explain. When you have all the TikTok pages, the Instagram, the Facebook, you see, we are relying on their algorithm, their platform to stay relevant and to also be able to reach people. But the truth is, even though that may not happen, those channels may not leave, they may not shut down, but you also want to have a certain level of control of the people that interact with you. So this is why you have to build an email list. When people jump on this email list, you need to have something to offer. So for us, what I do is that we have the 4 pillars to success, which talks about, strategies and methods that can allow freshies or fresh people or new people in business to get the zeal, the courage, the bold, and the fearlessness to actually start. So we offer this to them to say, hey guys, enter your email to get the free book on the 4 pillars to success. Now, when they enter their email, what then happens is that when they drop on the email list, we send them a welcome email that will then have a link to the ebook. We haven't disappointed them. We've delivered exactly what we said we have. But what that then means is that they will allow a lot more people to click and to want to sign up on that email list. So you need a channel to be able to drive people onto the email list. That way, when all the social media channels, the algorithm is no longer in your favor, you still have a way of interacting with your audience. But I'll go in more details in the next step. Step 5, the ultimate community. We're getting to where the money is made. This is exactly where a lot of the money that you are looking for in 2026 is going to start coming in as if you had your own bank. Community is powerful. With content and community, you can create an endless stream of income. All those people that have now gotten on the email list, now you're engaging them with extra content by email. So they will wake up every 2 days and then you drop an email, right? And then you can use autoresponders to do that. Autoresponders, will send it. And then when they drop on the list, something is sent to them. And after a few days, if they haven't opened it, another email will go. These are autoresponders. You can use MailChimp for that. The next one you have is to create. You can use a WhatsApp channel, Telegram. Most people use Telegram. Or you can use a WhatsApp channel to then push people from either email or TikTok, Instagram, push them here into your community. How do you keep community members engaged? So I first watched you on Instagram. I like what you do. Now you've just got me into your Telegram. How do you keep me engaged so that I don't fall off? So that I don't say, no, actually, I don't want to be here anymore. Because if you pay very close attention to any of your social media channels, most people that have even big channels would have some unsubscribers every single day. We have that on our YouTube channel. Every channel we have, some people leave every day. So if you don't have a method of bringing more people in, it doesn't balance out. So you have unfollowers, right? Then you have followers. So if your number of unfollowers is 200 and followers is 100, every day you are at a deficit. So you need to be able to engage them well enough to have more followers than unfollowers. Otherwise, as time goes on, your page will be losing followers. So it will start coming down and then you will get penalized for that. The algorithm naturally will not push your things as much as it should be. So then how do we keep these people engaged? The trick really is to post more. If it is a community, your community page on WhatsApp, you want to have events. So what we do, we have studio sessions where people from the community get access to me. They ask any questions. Sometimes they also come in and then meet special guests as surprise they don't even know about. And then they come in here, they have chat with them, they ask questions. And it's amazing. We also have weekly calls. I have one-on-one calls. We have outdoor sessions where we do live events. We also have activities that we do, such activities such as I love to play golf, so we add golf. So a day where some members from the community can come out, teach them how to network in the community, the day out, and then they will learn how to play. These are some things you need to do to engage your community. But listen, the next step is a real deal because everything here is not going to be for free. You've done all the work, you've built the value, you've acquired the knowledge, and you've moved up the steps, the ladder, to get to the 6th stage, which is monetization. Here, we need to monetize your brand. So all the things that are listed in building your community, you can actually charge for it. What makes you think you can charge someone who steps in your community and want to have an engagement with you? Because you built a brand. If you build your brand based on authenticity, you can actually charge people. People pay for value. Look, the industry, the online social media information business, by 2030 is going to be worth 500 billion USD. It's a huge market. And people's lives are changing. I mean, they're not just there following people up and down. I've had people in our community who come here. And if you go on my Instagram, you see a lot of reviews, there's testimonials. These are not made up. It's genuine testimony of how their lives have changed simply by being part of our community and engaging in the things that we do and taking an action based on what we teach them. Lives are changing. So because of that, they go out and then spread the word. And then more people now want to join the community because they know what they can get. Entrepreneurs are scaling their businesses. They are finding the value that some of the information that I didn't get when I was starting out. I'm giving it out all for free. And some people are having to also pay for it because they want extra than what I give out on the internet for free. So here, what you can do is you can set a price. Okay, so to join my community is X amount. This is where the real money comes in. To join the community is X amount. And then you can do another thing. Once they join the community, you can have courses in the community. This could be extra. You pay extra for it. But you see, when you're delivering a course, you need to deliver more than what people pay for. So if somebody pays, let's say 10 USD for a course, after they watch this, they need to feel that this course is worth 100 or 1,000. When you do that, the next time you open a course, they will pay for it. Activities, live events, paid. And this is how you can start monetizing your brand. I have a bonus for you. If you start out and let's say you are a tailor or you are a farmer and you farm, let's say tomatoes. I want to imagine that your market size, say every day you can get 20 customers being a tomato farmer, or a tailor, you can get 10 customers being a tailor. When you add content to it and give free value, you have access to more customers who wants to learn exactly how to farm tomatoes. For that reason, because a lot more people are looking for solutions to their problems, they also want to do some of the things that you're doing. Now, instead of having 20 customers, now what you have all of a sudden is 2,000 customers. And all of these people can become community members. I know people who are not farmers, they just give information on farming and they make more money than the farmers themselves using content. This is the power of content monetization. And I hope you enjoyed this. And if you didn't, I'd like to know. But this is everything that I want to tell you, that you must take that action for 2026 if you really want to change your life and make money. This is the new gold rush. Thank you.